peeps, and welcome back to 2 Point Hospital. Welcome back to Camouflage Falls, where we're about to attempt wave 13. We can see here that we actually only have 25 patients coming in this wave, so this might be a bit of a money loss wave. You know, we need to be prepared that we're going to lose a lot of money. So we want to try, and it could be over pretty quick. We've got to be careful. So one of the first things I'd like to do is just take a look at all the staff's money. Let's just satisfy that. We've got thermal comfort here. Now, the main problem is going to be this new building that we've built over here. Maybe we should deal with that, and it might deal with the thermal comfort. Let's have a look. So if we put this in, there we go. Does mean now that we're going to have janitors coming over here, and we need to shoot 10 mono beasts. Now, do we have any mono beasts over here? What we don't have near the wards are anything that mono beasts really like to spend time under. They like bins, so food and heat basically. So that's going to be vending machines, and they also like warm things, so radiators and that. So they're not, I don't think they're going to be attracted to aircon units. And mono beasts only actually turned up, monobrow patients actually only turned up in the last round. Do you know what I mean? There's a part of me that's thinking that we should probably try and not process monobrow patients too quickly, because we are going to need time for those mono beasts to fall off their faces. It's not a sentence I'd ever thought I'd hear myself saying. So what I might actually do is, for the time being, just close this ward. I don't want them to treat the mono beast patients just for the time being. We do have our assistants ready to go, which is nice. Let's have a look here. So I'd like to just, I suppose we can leave that open, and let's have a look at our, there we go. Now I'm putting highly trained GPs over here because the most we can achieve in their diagnosis status from the word go is always best, but I'd like to try and get everybody's, I'd like to train them more, so they're going to need experience. So here they all come, so we're going to be interested in watching. See, I'm thinking we're going to get a lot of monobrow patients. Yeah, going to get a lot of monobrow patients. I was about to say, it must be mostly monobrow. Yeah. So how much does monobrow give us as an illness?
With more liquids than time. Soak it all in.
Monobrow. Oh, it pays pretty well, doesn't it? So it might be okay, actually. This is a bit like the frog spawn one. The frog spawn one. Well, in this case, we don't need to close this. If that, I wasn't sure. I had a sneaky feeling. But oh no! But if they all go, hang on. If they all go.
Health inspector now arriving at the hospital.
It's a problem because if they're going to get diagnosed almost instantly.
Doctor's GP's office.
I'd like you to drop a monobrow off your face, to be honest. Okay, what we'll do, we are going to have to open this because they've got a long way to walk to get there, and it's going to, do you know what I mean? It's like, it's a whole thing. Let's just pause this a minute. Well, get that. Let's try and watch, I guess, this area. I'm hoping that with this many monobrow patients, We might be able to do it just in diagnosis. So we'll open... We'll open up that treatment ward. Now he just sneezed one off. I'm just going to watch for these mono beasts.
Training course completed.
We did 4 out of 7. I mean, it's not the best, but it's still okay, right? We're doing it. We're halfway. We're halfway. And hopefully there's other mono beasts in other parts of the hospital being produced.
On 2 Point Radio. Hey, this is Harrison Wolf on 2 Point Radio. I almost didn't show up for work today.
Look at this
Damn,
janitor. He's such a
remembered how
trooper.
much you all miss me.
Such
So
a
here I am.
trooper.
Assistant to marketing.
How are we doing, guys? We'd like just some more. Some more. No, see, that was him guffing. That. Oh no. There could be over in diagnosis. There could be some. I could have missed some. We weren't watching the whole time. They, you know, they. Oh. Oh. This is vending machines. Okay. Do we have any more here? Where are you going? You have been diagnosed. Right, okay. So, oh, we have a bunch over here, do we? Do you know what? We will probably... We don't want to send them straight for treatment because we've probably got a queue over here as it is. Yeah. And one nurse dealing with it all. What we might do is open this up to treatment as well. Let's try and get the last couple of mono beasts from here and then clear them out of this queue, I think. I don't think monobrow is too difficult to treat, is it? Let's see, what's the difficulty on monobrow? Still, it's more difficult than I thought, actually. It is more difficult than I thought, but it's not too bad. So sending them through the slightly lower diagnosis, I don't think I'll worry about too much. But I'd like one more mono beast before I do it from this crowd. There it is. Thank you. So what have we got here? You can go for treatment and you can go for treatment. You guys are great. Yeah, I'd kind of like these guys to go through, I guess. How are you doing there? You're going to be fine. The machine, however, is not so good. It looks like we might be waiting for a janitor to come and deal with this. Yeah, Timmy Ruck is on his way. What a great name. Timmy Ruck's on his way to repair the machine. How many patients do we need to get through here? 4? 4, okay.
Maintenance announcement. Toilets need routine servicing.
Excellent. And it's okay because the wards are going to get pretty full, so you know, holding them up a little bit is not the worst. But at the same time, you know, yeah, their health's pretty good as well, right? It's pretty good. Slight rejig there. Get this repaired.
I'll be keeping you company.
We've done okay
all
with
through
money,
the night.
better than I thought we would.
Find the only
Monobrow
work
pays
this
better than
station
I
can
expected.
afford.
It really
Might
does.
need to
Pretty
open a
pleased
can
with
of
that.
palpitation to keep me
Pretty
awake.
pleased with that. What we might
If you hear
do
any snoring, just ignore
is
it.
have a look at our assistants. Okay. Go back to break. In fact, what we might do... Yeah, I can't. I'm thinking it'd be nice to be able to close reception so that they stay relaxing, but I can't close this type of reception. Maybe I should build a reception room. Problem with the reception room is it has to be so big. Facilities, not research, no, reception. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. Okay, right, let's do this then. So I think I might delete this stuff. Okay, and it's going to be a little bit, we'll make it like this. It's going to be a little bit pokey. And what we'll do is we'll put the stations next to each other here, I think. Excellent. Yeah. Now we can just check the heat over here. So the temperature's all right, isn't it? And we now have the opportunity to decorate this a little bit and add some more beautiful things, you know? Like we could put some flowers in, you know? I like the idea of getting some cabinets in. Maybe we could put a printer. Nice. All these sorts of things, you know. We're probably going to need attractiveness is probably going to come up again, isn't it, at some point? Don't know if plants is the best, but I think that watering plants does come up in the future. So having a couple about the place is probably a good thing. Would you guys like a fish? There we go. Okay, and maybe you'd like to listen to the radio. There we go. So that's pretty nice. And now we can just close this and let our assistants enjoy their break. So doctors then, we are now going to close, close, and close. Almost all patients are diagnosed, not quite. Let's have a look at our GPs. They're largely okay. I'm going to send you on a break. Yeah. But you know what? Kate can come and work this office. I think that would be great. Now, with this money, I'd like to do just a bit of training, expensive training. For example, I'd really like to get Psychiatry 3 done. I'd like to get Norma trained in genetics. They're both called Norma, that's interesting. I'd like to get some Treatment 3 training. We'll just train one. And that's those rooms taken up. I feel as though that's absolutely worth doing. Because now that, you know, the money did okay, it's done okay. It was like this Frogspawn one. Frogspawn. Promote 3 members of staff. We'll give it a jolly good try. So we'll get them in. That'll be great. So our nurses really are the only ones that are working at the moment, except these guys. But everyone else here is good. You can take a break. But you guys are busy. We need to get some more Management 3 training going for sure. You can go on break. You can go on break. 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 Yep. Excellent. I'd like you to go on break. Let's see here. I'd like a bunch of janitors to go on break. Excellent.
Maintenance announcement. Plants need water.
I would like to look at maintenance.
I'm not gonna say that all of the ills of 2 Point County are down to
Not
jumbo
too
crap.
bad.
Then again, I'm not saying they're
We're
not.
going to upgrade the
But hey,
colorizer.
What do I know? I'm just the guy who puts on records,
I think we're going to
right?
upgrade the
This
mega scan.
frisky little number.
I think we'll upgrade the fluid analysis. I'd like to also upgrade the helixer. They won't get done in 5 minutes, but I'd like to spend the money we've just made. It's done better than I thought. Now, where are we with the patients? Because we are kind of ready for them to go through. We need to remember to put this back to diagnostics only. There's nobody on this ward at all. Okay, would you like to go on a break? So I think all the remaining patients are right here. She's getting pretty tired. Not a surprise, to be honest.
Would an
Not a
assistant please
surprise.
go to marketing?
Do only have the 2 ward nurses. So we're going to keep an eye on Annabelle here, because she might decide to go on break, and if she does, then we can pull in this other nurse we've been training, in fact, recharging, resting. We might actually do that, you know, we might actually
Janitor needed to repair discharger.
pop her in here. There we go. Excellent. Fantastic. How's the training going over here? I'm up for paying for one more rather expensive training course, which I would like to be ward management. There. Okay, so let's see. Annabelle, who is now on break, is going to get the ward management 3 training. Thank you. Excellent. We do need to get some maintenance going. Did we do? But we've done pretty well there. We've done pretty well there. Bearing in mind that we're getting close to the halfway mark to Star 2, you know, we really want to get this training going again. It stalled a little bit. We're going to start feeling that along with the upgrades. Yes. Yes, right, so we've got a new wave coming in.
Cloud formation
Open this up.
Clouds in the shape of bottle openers.
We want
fuse
our
boxes,
best.
And
Yeah.
this is the scary one. Mushrooms.
We're going to open up
That's
these.
right. Mushroom clouds hovering over our homes, over your children's schools. Time to dig out those bomb shelters and wait out the end of times.
Okay. Excellent. Good. Let's let the wave come in. So, oh my goodness, we need to go 75 days without a death. Now, we could cheat this. What's the problem? We could cheat this. And close reception for 75 days.
Janitor called to repair polycog.
Suppose I'd rather not do that. I'm nervous. I am nervous. We can see that we do have a clown. We've got some sort of superhero thing coming in. Let's get all these patients in. 70 of them. Clown clinic required. Yeah. I'm still waiting to know how many clowns. Have you already been diagnosed? No, you're going for further diagnosis. Oh, that's a point. Okay. I'd like to sort of close all the treatment rooms, but that's quite a lot of work. So we can see him moving on to further diagnosis. I don't want treatments to be attempted just yet. Right, we're going to pandemic. Mind you, look at that. Diagnosis certainty is 100%. Upgrades is 100%. Illness difficulty is quite low. I'm fairly confident. The staff skill is unknown. So with pandemic, it's doctor. Our best treatment doctor is Pam. Right, Pam. Hello, Pam. Pam, I'd like you to step inside this pandemic lab to take this patient here. 70%. Okay, carry on. Right, flak hole, a little bit more difficult to deal with. Going to the pharmacy. Staff, nurses, pharmacy. Our best pharmacist is tired. Let's put them to rest. A queue is okay. What I don't want, I suppose, is them taking it. I'd like you to go on break as well. Yeah. Yep. This is a weird way to be looking at it. So, chest infection.
I'm so sad all the time and my cooking is terrible.
Sound familiar? What can he do, Dave?
1, 2.
The Orb Foundation. The Orb Foundation?
The Orb Foundation.
It's got no upgrades, either the clown clinic at this point, and I'm only seeing 2 clowns.
The Orb
I don't want to build it.
Perfect shape and the perfect solution.
So, we are going to send the clowns home again. What do we have any pests?
This is
Pest control? Not that I can see. 1, perhaps. 2. See 2 pest controls. 2 pest. Animal magnetism, that's it. Just 2. I see turtle head. I'm seeing 1 turtle head, so I'm probably going to send them away. Again, the thing about clinics, they've not been upgraded. So let's send these away. Okay.
Pharmacy. Calling nurse.
Okay. So now we do have somebody. Well, this is starting to happen. It's all starting to happen. But at the moment, I'm fairly okay with stuff. The only thing I suppose I'd like to do. Right. I don't really want. Yeah, see, this nurse will be ready to take on this at a higher trained level. I suppose you are the nurse I would like. Oh.
Doctor to make a scan.
You are the nurse I'd like to take on the pharmacy for this. Okay. Ward management is coming on well. So we've got quite a lot of pharmacy.
My latest attempts to find a hobby. Stamp collecting.
Okay.
I went down to the post office and
We
bought
should
all
be
the
okay
stamps
for
they
that
had.
fracture ward
So,
one.
I guess I'm done.
Now, science friction is about to get unknown on the staff member. It's you. In you go. Still saying unknown. Hang on, go back in. What are you doing? Don't. I'd like you to go in here. Please. There we go. Okay. Right, we have a surgery. We definitely be killing patients that way. We're going to send surgery home. Good to know though. Surgery is definitely the type of treatment room I would want to build over a clinic, hands down. So that's good. That's good. Okay, we have injection. Nurses. You are heading there now. Okay, and you are the one I want in there. So that works for me. Okay, good. Right. Okay, what's this? Okay, great. Right.
Assistant to marketing.
Yeah, okay, great. We're happy with this. We're happy with this. And what do you like? Okay. Good. We've still got a bunch of upgrades going through, which is nice. There shouldn't be any real need to spend money on this round.
Plants need water.
Homesick. Okay. Lightheadedness. Right. That should be okay though. Lightheadedness should be okay. Starting to get quite busy here on... We do have a lot actually, don't we, on the pharmacy this round. That's okay though. I'll just keep an eye on it. Concentrating on this first. We've got 5 more days to go. We should be able to do it. Even if somebody died right now, I think that would still make it to 75. I think we've done it. Oh, yeah. So, fantastic. Let's have a look at patients with low health. Let's get you to the tops of queues. Excellent. So it's now about earning that money, which I think will be fine. I think that will be absolutely fine. I've got no worries about that at all. So it's managing queues and doing some training, I think. Particularly if we get this money in, if we get 200,000, I wouldn't mind spending like 100,000 of it on training, I suppose. You know, that would be fine. There's our first death. That's okay. Who was it, out of interest? Allergies. The illness difficulty is very high, but you know, we did it. We did it.
They should listen to the radio more.
Doesn't matter anymore. Now they can start dying. You see?
Plays songs after all.
Doesn't matter anymore. Okay.
End of year approaching.
Surgery required. Okay. No. Surgery required. I really want to build surgery. I'm not sure I want to build it right this second. We do have a doctor, I think, who has the surgery skill. This one. And Norma has now been trained, right? So Norma, yeah. So this person could technically become our surgeon. We would need a nurse. This is a perfect surgery nurse. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay. Now, surgery nurses, their treatment, their skills have no influence on the outcome of the surgery at all. So what I like to do with the nurses is do their personal improvement training, which is very similar to what I do with my cleaning crew, with the janitors. That's things like motivation and emotional intelligence, stamina, those sorts of things, you know. Bedside manner, which is great, so you know, it helps keep the patients a little bit happier, all that sort of stuff. So let's build the surgery, because surgery, oh, I'm keen to build this room, is it's a really good money maker, and at the same time it does multiple illnesses at once, and everybody knows these are the rooms I like. This is where the real money is, and that's, you know, where I want money before I want to treat everyone. So there we are. Okay, fantastic. Now, that's a very expensive thing, so we won't be popping that in. We will, however, slam one of those down. Excellent. I really like this. Good. And I'd really like one of these. Which I suppose, let's pop this over here. This is expensive. It wasn't expensive, I wasn't expecting to make, but we'll cope with it. It'll be absolutely fine. It's going to pay for itself, even though we've sent one of them home. I'm confident all is fine. Do you know what? We'll pop that there along with this. And I would like to get a chair in. A chair, there it is, with a certificate. Excellent. What are we missing? Food. Okay. There. Good. So there's that. Let's move these, because it's probably going to get busy over here. You know, probably going to get busy over here. Good. Now, what we'll also do, just to save all the walking. Good. Good. There we go. Excellent. Get some money in through surgery. I'd really like that. They'll probably kill a lot of patients that way, but we'll get the money in, and we've satisfied the death thing. The death thing. We've satisfied that.
Normal people aren't supposed to believe that raccoons are exploiting us like little furry parasites. And that's exactly why they're so effective at it.
Excellent.
I'm petitioning for Bungle to do something useful for a change.
What's happening over
Design a
here?
raccoon-resistant bin.
Doctor to research, please.
Excellent. Any more queues? No. This queue's acceptable. Can't believe we're still researching that polycog. He's only level 2 though, and he's entirely on his own. Bless him. 63. I'm going to send you for treatment. What are you? Hero complex. That's what this one is. Sufferers believe, or want to believe, that they can help society on a level above recycling and door holding caused by commercial cinema and the grind of their everyday. It needs to be treated before they inevitably lose the fight against crime. So it's actually a pharmacy one. No. So this is the superhero one. Wow, pharmacy. Look how difficult it is. You're going to die. You are so going to die. Petra Hurricane. What a fantastic name for a superhero. Hurricane. Geez, that really is brilliant. Shall we put in another one of these? Look at those mono beasts go. Let's put another one of those in. Okay. Oh dear. Right, let's deal with this queue. You can go for treatment. You can go for treatment. Why am I doing it this way? This is a stupid way of doing it. It's a stupid way of doing it. Let's come through here. What do we got? 6, 7, yes. Now that death is not really a major concern. You're doing your thing. Good. There we go. pushing through. Right, where are you queuing for psychiatry? Why are you over here? Of all the places, why are you over here for the toilet? I mean, psychiatry is so far away. Oh my goodness. Wow, and you're holding up the queue as well. Is there no toilet over here? No, there is a toilet over here. Right, you guys suck. You legitimately suck. It's an outrage. You're all an outrage. Stop dying. I knew it would happen though. I'm pushing them all through. Pushing them all through prematurely. You know? It's going to happen. Sparrow, off you go. I'm going to move you to the... Oh. Move you to the top. There we go. Ooh. Don't need to worry about you guys. The cows, the bovine really does start to fail really quite quickly, doesn't it? It really, really does.
Would an assistant please go to marketing?
It really does. Right. So, let's see here.
The health inspector
I'm
is
not
coming.
entirely
Please
happy
try
with the
to
money at the
look
moment. Hey, look, to be honest, about ready anyway. GP, ooh, right. We are going to train you in GP3. That's happening. Actually, no, it's not. No, it's not. Hang on, staff. Ah, okay. Do you know what we'll do? We will train, 2 in GP3. Yeah, we're going to do that. That gets the biggest impact right away. So we're definitely going to do that. Let's get all staff. Let's look at low qualifications. The most worrisome, Jules. Can't really do Jules right now. We need some treatment 3 training. We need treatment 3 training. Hank, I'd like you to be the one to get it. Oh look, we do have treatment 3 training. Okay, let's not do that then. What do we have in the way of
Doctor needed in the
diagnostics?
GP's office.
You're not ready. Right, I'm disappointed. Completely and utterly disappointed. Right, well, we're going to put you on some ghost capture training. Okay, that's happening. Lauren can help you with that. Okay, and what we'll also do is get some maintenance 3 training because this hospital is getting pretty big. So we're going to get that done. What is this? Gorm deficiency. The sufferer's genetic common sense has begun to falter. Newly produced cells now lack the Gorm gene entirely. They must undergo treatment before becoming irrevocably, yes, foolish. DNA lab. It's a DNA lab one. Okay. All right. Now, something I get asked quite a lot about DNA labs is the doctor that works in DNA, once you've got them, their genetics training, do you then train them in diagnosis? Do you train them in treatment? Or do you train them in sort of 2 and 2, 2 treatment, 2 diagnosis? And I always say go for treatment, right? All the way. Because if we look at their stats, we can see that this doctor's diagnosis skill is currently 80%, but their treatment skill is 10%. So, and every time they are promoted, they do gain in these, but they gain more diagnosis naturally over time than they do treatment. So it really is the treatment that falls behind. And I have found that as they train up through the levels, if you do it all treatment, by the time they get to the end, they are pretty evenly matched. Their diagnosis is still slightly more, if I recall, than treatment, but only slightly. They are pretty much balanced throughout. So, yeah, That's pretty good. It sort of works best, I think, that way. So what have we got going on here? We're starting to have a few problems up in here. Do you know what? We could probably set... Oh. Cuthbert Kitten. Cuthbert Kitten. Please do come along. Get out of there. Now. Thank you. Okay. So have we repaired this? We've repaired this. So where is he? Is it you? It is, isn't it? No, it's not. Right. Where are you? There. Desmond? Right, well, can you stop your whinging? Right. Right. Right, stop your whinging. Get in there. I'll deal with it. Deal with it. There you go. Right. What else have we got? 60%. Oh, it's risky. It's risky, but we're going to send them through. We're going to send them through. There we go. They should be fine. Good. Any more queues kicking around that we'd like to deal with? No, not really. Well, psychiatrist. So where's our psychiatrist? Where are you? You're on break. You're running to the toilet. Right, we're going to have to let her do her thing. Going to have to let her do her thing. You can come off, though, and go back to work. But the psychiatrist really needed that poops. We got to let Emily go, you know. You feel so much better for that, don't you? Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's fine. So she's washing her hands. We want to let her do that. And now we're going to put her back to work. Excellent, thank you. So we have, where's our injection nurse? Nurse? Right. Not right now. Good. Any more queues? No. Now, a new training room has opened up. So let's see here. I would like to train. Let's see here. Stamina for janitors. I'd like to do stamina for janitors. Just one. Do you know we could do for the other one? We could do emotional intelligence training. Then they've got one each. Oh. It's Sophie Smiles does both. Ah, okay, fair enough. Don't want to do that then. So, right. You're still working in the ward. This is the problem. Treatment's still going through. That's going to have to wait. Right. What we're going to do is we are going to get you your GP4 training. Yeah. That's going to actually be pretty super smashing great. How are the patients going? So we've got 2 left to be diagnosed because I'm keen to do a bit more ward training. And actually the ward is looking fine at the moment. It's just you then. If you don't need the ward, who is working in the fracture ward actually? Because we have some dodgy nurses kicking around, don't we? Nurses that we don't like. So we've got Lucille here, who needs replacing on the ward. And then where do you actually work, Willow? Diagnosis. Right, okay, so we do need some new nurses. Okay, good to know. Good to know. We do need some nurses. Okay. We'd like a ward nurse and a diagnostic nurse, and at the moment we don't have those things. Oh, look. So we'd like to take this on because of the old monies. So this is a ward emergency though, which is typical, isn't it? Absolutely bleeding typical. Because you really need training actually in this. You know, there's just, you know, training that needs to occur in the ward. Do you know what I mean? I'd really want to take on this emergency, but they need to be trained. Sure. Oh, I probably can do that. There's
Only
probably a
Jumbo
bunch,
Medical
yeah.
Solutions
Kicking around here.
guarantees that you die anywhere else. We take Jumbo Card, Jumbo Mega Card, and
we go.
Jumbo Plus members are eligible for
Good.
experimental treatments. Jumbo Medical Solutions.
Excellent.
Fork it over.
Fork it's over.
24 hours a day. This is 2-Point Radio.
I thought I closed reception. Okay. It looks like all the upgrades have gone through, doesn't it?
Plants need water.
So how are the diagnostic equipment is pretty good over here. Okay, so well, we're getting so close to that. I can almost taste it. Where are we? These upgrades. Okay. So I'd like to get the Helixer going. Pans. Oh, that's already done. Get this one. Okay. Excellent. Good. It's going all right, you know. The ward thing's a little bit annoying. I'd really like to take this on, but I need another ward nurse anyway for the fracture ward. But if I could just get her, it might be worth as well getting a spare ward nurse at some point. You know, I think we could afford one, and then she could cover breaks on any ward where it's necessary. Do you know what I mean? That could be pretty good. How's it going? You're not taking it very seriously, are you? And the thing is that I'd quite like to get ward management 4 on Annabelle, which is fine. We can do that because once she's sorted, we can take on this ward emergency. Oh, we processed 69 patients. Right, next wave starts
Required in total.
in 10 days. Well, that's absolutely fine. We'll be ready for it. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you did, please hit that like button. As long as you are here, why not take your first step on the path to total coolness by supporting me via Patreon. The cooler you are, the harder I work, which means even more SHIZWAH.